Hello, my name is Joan McCormick, and this is my presentation on Georg Kolbe. Georg Kolbe was a German sculptor born in 1877. He was originally trained as a painter and draftsman in Saxony, where he was born, later moving on to different academic institutions in Dresden, Munich, and Paris. At the turn of the 20th century, he would take up an interest in sculpting after an extended stay in Rome under the teachings of Louis Toualion. This extended stay was because in 1905, he and a few other prominent artists at the time were awarded with the Villa Romana. The Villa Romana Prize was a significant new award given to young German artists and allowed them to stay in Italy for 6 months to a year working on their craft and furthering their careers. After his stay at the Villa Romana, he joined the Berliner Secession, which was an art collective centered around German modernism, highlighting what it was to be German and the culture surrounding it and their great history. His sculptures portrayed an element of grace and confidence. The prominence of harmony of the body and soul was a big thematic element in his works. He was inspired by Japanese prints, which led him to his breakthrough sculpture in 1912, The Dancer. He would later on leave the Berliner Secession for the Freie Secession in 1913 after the release of his masterpiece and start to focus on an assortment of different works. The period from 1914 to 1930 was very random and held a lot of different work of his, as he would give up entirely on sculptures and work mostly on lithograph, dry point, and a multitude of expressive drawings accompanied with different literary works he had helped publish. The little amount of sculptures he did do were mostly handheld figurines that he would just keep in his studio. Kolbe would support his career with many famous commissions. He was a competitor in the sculpting event in the 1928 Olympics, and due to this, his confident and elegant style attracted the attention of many National Socialists, including Adolf Hitler, whom he had refused a commission from. The Nazi Party appropriated this style of athleticized nudes, and shortly before Hitler's death, Kolbe was included on the Goldbegenaten list, a collection of the most important German artists at the time, which Hitler believed was crucial to the Nazi Party. All this is ironic because Kolbe himself didn't align with the same values as the Nazis in their oppressive views, but rather he was just proud of German culture and what it stood for. After the war, he would mostly spend time in his studio working on commissions, and after the war in 1947, he would pass away due to bladder cancer.